So hello everyone. So we have started this pandas basic functions. So we have done some functions in yesterday's video, right? We have learned how to import a data set into the Jupyter notebook using pandas library. So first you need to import this pandas library. Okay. Then like you have to give a name to it, like I have given here, import pandas as pd. Then I have imported a data set. For that purpose, I have my data set is in the csv format. So I have written here pd.read csv, and जो भी मेरा पाथ है मैंने वो जस्ट कॉपी पेस्ट किया है, और जो भी बैक स्लैश थे उनको फॉरवर्ड स्लैश में कन्वर्ट किया है. देन दिस इज डेटा डॉट हेड. तो डेटा डॉट हेड क्या करता है, जो भी हमारे फर्स्ट 5 ऑब्जर्वेशंस होंगे डेटा में वो डिस्प्ले करेगा. यू कैन गिव हियर एनी वैल्यू लाइक 10, 20, 50, right? You can give any value in this parenthesis, you will get that number of observations. Okay, if you did not mention any number here in the parenthesis, you will by default get a 5 observations. Okay, then there's a data dot tell. Then data dot shape will tell you what are the number of rows and columns are present in your data set. Okay, then we have a data dot columns. It will show you the column names. Okay, then we have a info. Okay, info is giving you the number of observations and the data type of each column. Okay, here you can see here that passenger id is the integer data type. Then there is a age and sex which has object, that means string or something. Okay, string basically, object means string or boolean or something. Okay, then there's a data dot describe. It is only applicable for the numerical data set. Okay, only on numerical column this data dot describe will be applicable. What it gives us the mean, standard deviation, maximum, minimum value. Then there's a quartiles at q1, q2, q3, that is 25%, 50%, or 75%. Okay, and then the count. Okay, so these things are given by the data dot describe. Then there's a data dot count. Again, it's counting. Then is null. If we have any null value, then we use dot sum here, because if we use only the is null, we are getting this type of table, right? The true false table. But we don't want this true false table. We want the actual number. So we used is null dot sum. Okay. Then there is a PWD to know the working directory. PWD. Okay, working directory. Then we want to know the correlation. So data.core function is there. Sorry, data1. Okay, so it is giving us the correlation between. Correlation means what? Relationship between your column. Okay, अगर आप diagonal element यहाँ पे देखोगे, then you will notice that जो भी diagonal element है वो is always 1. Why it is always 1? Because passenger id and passenger id, obviously both the values are same, so उनका correlation क्या होगा? 1 ही होगा. Correlation is basically means the relationship between the features or variable. Okay, we will start with the statistics now, we will discuss these things in detail. Right now just understand what it is. Okay, so there are some groups which have a negative correlation, like survival rate and the age. Okay, it has a negative correlation, so this type of information we will get. Then data dot n dimension. Okay, ndm, if we use now, it will show you the dimension of your data. Obviously there are only rows and columns, so that is why it is showing only 2-dimensional data set. Okay, when we have a series data, that it shows you 1-dimensional data set. Okay, so pandas mein kya hai? Basically why we use the pandas we use for only to make our data set into the structure format, right? We have any messy data, then we want it to be into the structure format, like number of rows and number of columns. For that purpose we use this pandas. Okay, I'll give you one example. For example, we have a okay, and we'll define some dictionary that is name. Okay, and in that I'll give you some values. See, okay, Then there's a second key. First one is the name, second will be the marks. Okay, now I'll give randomly marks. Okay, if you run this, now this is a dictionary. Now you want it into the number of rows and number of column, right? हमको क्या चाहिए, ऐसा पूरा टेबल फॉर्मेट में ये चाहिए. अभी ये क्या है, एक जस्ट अ डिक्शनरी है. Now how you will convert this into the table format, उसके लिए आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, pandas यूज करना पड़ेगा, right? You can use pandas dot data frame. हमेशा याद रखना कि D कैपिटल है और ये भी F कैपिटल है. Okay, I'll store it into the variable again. Data frame A. Now if you print A na, or you can just see, ये अभी क्या हो गया, टेबल और कॉलम के फॉर्मेट में हो गया. Now you can access its column. See, अगर आप नेम लिखोगे ना, और is equal to D. फॉल्स, दैट मीन्स कि डी नाम का कोई भी नेम कॉलम में वेरिएबल नहीं है. इफ यू प्रिंट ए हियर, तो यहाँ पे क्या दिख रहा है कि जो 0 इंडेक्स है, फर्स्ट एलिमेंट जो है वो ए है, बाकी दोनों नहीं है. ओके, सो दीस आर द फैक्टर्स. ओके, और यू कैन चेंज इट एज वेल. Firstly, you need to give the index 0, A. ओके, सो ये हमारा फॉर्मेट में, डेटा फ्रेम के फॉर्मेट में हो गया. I'll check this syntax and I'll get back to you because it's showing error. So मैं वो ठीक करके आपको फिर से ये बताती हूँ. ओके, then there is a duplicate and these type of data, right? तो हम हमारा जो फर्स्ट डेटा है वो यूज करेंगे. तो उसमें हमें चाहिए कि डुप्लीकेट्स वैल्यू अब प्रेजेंट है और नॉट. ओके, सो वी विल यूज डेटा डॉट ड्रॉप डुप्लीकेट्स मीन्स व्हाट, कि जो भी पूरा रो का रो रिपीट हो रहा है. ओके, दैट इज डुप्लीकेट्स. तो हमें वो नहीं चाहिए, बिकॉज क्या हो जाएगा, फिर बहुत सारे अगर डुप्लीकेट्स होंगे तो हमारा जो भी हम मॉडल यूज करेंगे उसमें बहुत सारे एरर्स आने की चांसेस है. सो दैट इज व्हाई वी वांट टू ऑलवेज रिमूव द डुप्लीकेट्स. ओके, सो हम जो भी डुप्लीकेट्स हैं वो रिमूव करेंगे. उसके लिए हमने क्या फंक्शन यूज किया है, यू कैन सी हियर, ड्रॉप अंडरस्कोर डुप्लीकेट्स मीन्स डुप्लीकेट्स को ड्रॉप करो, and then in place is equal to true. Okay, then there is a drop n. If there are null values na, that also you can drop. So drop na. Okay, और अगर आपके स्पेसिफिक कॉलम के आपको डिलीट करने हैं ना, then you can here